here we are, Lost in Seattle, with a review of the sequel to the legendary movie Coming to America.
Nostalgic. Coming to America.
Yeah, Coming to America. Let me start off by saying I wasn't completely right. In our first video on this, I was saying how scared I was of certain characters, how it could be a goofy movie. It was goofy,
but it wasn't really terribly.
It wasn't
goofy.
as goofy as I thought it could be. They toned down on certain characters.
Like Leslie Jones wasn't that bad.
Yeah, she wasn't as goofy. They made her very ratchet in the movie, and you got an opinion on who should have played her character, but we'll get into that. But let's go ahead and start with just the movie itself, just the entertainment value of the movie. What did you think of it?
The entertainment value of the movie was not that bad. I probably give it a 3.5 out of a scale 1 to 5. I'm glad they brought back the old character.
Yeah, they brought back every last one of them,
because that kind of saved the movie.
They didn't bring back Jerry Curl, light skinned dude, though.
And they didn't bring back her sister either.
Yeah,
they showed a picture, but they didn't bring her back. There could have been, maybe they didn't want to be a part of the movie, or
I think more than likely they didn't want Jerry Curl dude to be a part of the movie. We saw how he kind of.
Or why not the sister? Maybe she don't act no more.
Maybe she might. Yeah, she might not be in Hollywood no more.
Yep. But no, I didn't think it was terrible.
I would say watching the movie was a surprise. It actually was.
Would you watch it again? Not right away, but would you watch it again?
I would watch certain scenes again.
Okay.
I definitely would watch the barbershop scenes again. They were hilarious.
When they went to the church
to get married. The barbershop scenes were, to me, were as funny as the barbershop scenes back then.
Yeah, they were. They stayed true to who they were.
They stayed true to the characters. They were written to. It was funny. I feel like those were the funniest scenes in the movie by far. The movie. I agree. I think it was much better than I thought it would be. Not according to Rotten Tomatoes, but but I think I know what this is about. But we get into that. I agree. I think I would give the movie a 3.7 because I thought the funny moments were funny.
Yeah,
they weren't just okay. To me,
there was really no horrible.
There's no horrible
moments.
Well, there are, but we'll get into that too.
Okay, but not like
We'll get into the horrible moments too. But all right, so we go with the plot. Obviously, Eddie Murphy, we already know, has a son. He goes to get his son to bring him back to his house. We ain't going to tell the whole movie. Well, people already seen it more than likely.
Yeah.
What do you think of the plot of the movie? Did it do anything to damage Hakeem to you? Hakeem, I'm sorry.
I think even in the first movie, it showed that Hakeem was a weak leader.
Yeah, he was more of a what you would call it. I don't know. I don't know if I could say he was weak.
I would say he ruled with his heart instead of with like his mind.
He wasn't an idealist. I mean,
he wasn't like his father.
He was an idealist. Yeah.
He wasn't ruthless.
Yeah, he was an idealist. He wasn't he wasn't very realistic in his expectations. Yeah.
I would say that him and his son were very similar in how they thought about things.
Yeah.
And his son inspired him in the end, I guess, to not be like his father, but be like himself. To be himself.
I guess you could say that. I agree. The plot wasn't too disappointing. It was pretty. Let me say this. It was a very bare bones plot. There's no surprises. There's no turn of events in the movie. It kind of goes how you think it's gonna go. It's a very direct movie. The plot is very basic. It's nothing, over the top.
Well, okay. Spoilers. You don't want to do it? You want to tell?
No.
Okay. Well, we kind of knew some stuff.
Yeah, we knew
say it was gonna happen.
That part. Oh yeah, you can go ahead and talk about that.
The daughter.
Yeah.
The daughter becoming a queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. We already knew that part.
Yeah. The trailers kind of gave that away. But okay, now we done the plot, the entertainment value. Now we're getting to the characters. Are any of the characters to you disappointing?
His son reminded me of Kevin Hart. To be honest with you,
that's not a good thing in a movie.
I mean, he was literally Kevin Hart. If Kevin Hart was
younger,
31 years old, he would have got this role playing Eddie Murphy's son.
Yeah.
Leslie Jones. Listen, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. This role was designed. Tiffany Haddish could have played this role. To be honest with you,
I'm not a fan of Tiffany Haddish, but I agree.
I think this is her. This is her avenue. This is her lane. This is what she do. She could have played this role.
Lisa Jones. I'm sorry. Ain't her name Lisa Jones? Leslie Jones.
Yes, Leslie Jones.
So Leslie. Leslie Jones' character is literally just Tiffany Haddish' character in every movie.
Yep. And Hakeem's wife, Lisa, I felt like they changed her completely
At the beginning,
but Leslie Jones' character kind of humbled her and brought her back to.
But she kind of humbled her to be something she never was. She was never that.
She was not ghetto.
Yeah, but in the end, they kind of turned her to make.
She was like the girl next door who was a down to earth, humble person.
Yeah.
She didn't look down upon the people that weren't as wealthy as she was.
Yeah, I agree.
Because remember, Hakeem, she didn't know he was a king. He was just in there mopping floors and whooping ass.
Yeah. So Hakeem character, I thought Eddie Murphy's character is pretty much the same.
Only you felt like
I thought he acted a little too hard sometimes.
Who?
Maybe it was the accent.
You talking about Arsenio Hall?
No, I'm talking about Eddie.
Oh, well, you thought they did something to Arsenio Hall's character.
Yeah, I feel like they demoted Arsenio Hall's character. He's supposed to be his best friend, but in this movie, his role in the movie is much smaller. He don't have nearly as much lines.
But he still does like other. Well, remember, he is the voodoo dude.
Well, I'm talking about his character.
Oh, him being himself.
His friend, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like his character was demoted, and he's not a part of the story at all, really. He at the beginning,
because we never saw it. Did Simi have kids? Does he have a wife?
None. We got nothing from him. Simeon.
How had he evolved?
Simeon's character was kind of demoted, and you could tell they had to demote him to elevate other characters.
Like his daughter.
The son, obviously.
The son, Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes' character was kind of just a comic relief character.
Yeah. And you also, Tracy Morgan character was funny in the movie too.
Yeah, Tracy Morgan was actually funny in this movie.
He was like, he probably be like,
Uncle. He just Uncle.
No, he is just like, what was his character in Martin? Hustle Man. He literally is Hustle Man in this movie.
But he's not extreme Hustle Man.
He's not extreme Hustle Man, but some parts when he does or says things, it is going to remind you of Hustle Man.
He does seem like an uncle from the hood though. His character is very, very mellow. It's not over the top. But yeah. But the part of the movie we knew was going to be in there that we didn't like was the daughter versus the son.
Yeah, but I would say that was in a movie, but it wasn't like as bad as it could have been.
The actual interactions between them wasn't as bad as it could have been, but the actual story plot was as bad as we thought it would be.
Yeah, they definitely
did a lot of woman empowerment in this movie.
Because like you didn't like that when she was standing over him when they was on the stairs.
Look, there's certain things you just notice in the movie.
Yeah.
That they clearly put in the movie to show a sense of female over male.
Yeah.
How you got a king of the damn country and his wife is talking to him a certain way.
Yeah,
kicking him out his own bedroom.
That would never happen.
Like it's silly. And then they had his daughters fighting grown men.
And then he got back from America and she refused to have relations with him. That would never happen.
Like that's not.
He would literally just go get one of the what were they called?
Bath women.
Bathers.
But anyway, I feel like the daughter, how to decide to write her character was fine, but how they decided to have it end with her, and it's so much. Let's be honest, it's toxic femininity in this movie.
It is, but I say one part in the movie that I said that they pointed out that when they were working together, when he had to conquer a certain lesson, in the movie, to me that showed when you work together, you can get something accomplished.
Yeah.
Versus when you're both battling for
the same seat. And nothing gets done. Yeah, I agree. But that's the only thing I didn't like. How they decided to put the female over male, or the
that's kind of with his wife too when she kicking him out of the bedroom.
Same thing. It's very very pro feminist movie. Let's be honest. Another woman wanted to own a barbershop, and women aren't allowed to own businesses in this country.
Yep.
So it was like they constantly push this idea of women being in servitude or being underneath, which don't make sense because the son, he comes from poverty, but he's told to feel sympathy for these women who live in a palace.
Yep.
That's insane. He comes from poverty, single mother from out of Queens, and it's like he's meant to feel sympathetic to a princess because she wants to rule the country. I just think that's silly. But we knew this was gonna be in a movie. It wasn't as pervasive as I thought it would be. It kind of wince at certain points of the movie, but overall, I think it's much better than
you said it was
Rotten
gonna be.
Tomatoes is saying it is.
I probably would have given, like, they gave it a what, 51%?
Well, this is I think these are reviewers. These aren't regular people. I don't think.
I think it should be about a 80, 89.
89. Yeah, that could be, yeah. But Google people gave it an 85%. Like,
yeah.
Now, a lot of these are, Caucasians, but for the most part, people saying it's pretty good. You got a few people that didn't like it. But I want to get to this.
It was never going to be as good as the first one.
That's the point. If you went into this thinking it was going to be good as the first one, you always.
The first one was very traditional, I would say. The way the movie started off, the music, it sounded it sound very more like, this is more like a hip hop type modern updated version, I would say.
And I think they did they did this stuff right, not trying to copy the first one.
No, because it was gonna come off as corny.
It was never gonna do it. But this girl right here, she said, I talked my mom about how coming to America bugged her as an African, and I talked to myself about how coming to America bugged me as an African's daughter. Now I wonder why she didn't bring up her father. But anyway, so a lot of people in the comment section, like, what are you talking about? This is a fictional movie. So she wrote a whole article about how it just make African look bad, and like, this is a very long article. She got a lot to say about this, and it's like, it's a fake country.
It's a fake country, and it has nothing to do with y'all. It's fictional.
It's a fictional country. It has nothing to do.
Y'all always trying to find something to give y'all some attention. The movie had nothing to do with y'all ass. Even the things that they were doing in the movie was pretty much Black American culture.
Yeah, the slang they used.
Everything was Black American culture. When the father died at his funeral, he had Gladys Knight, In Vogue, and Salt and Pepper at his funeral.
They did put one African artist in named DeVito.
And Lord, did they get
they are so happy he's in this movie. They're like, oh my God, he made it. Like, he made it. It's one of the biggest movies of all time, and he made it. I'm like, oh, okay.
The crumbs that fall off the table.
But anyway, that was just her opinion on the movie. She just didn't like it. Her opinion is that it just wasn't a good look for Africans, and how it didn't. I guess she wanted the movie to be more about Africans than being about Americans, and that was never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen when it ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
Yeah, but anyway,
Samunda is not real.
Like
Prince
Wakanda,
Akeem is not real.
Wakanda isn't real. Just because
Simeon is not real.
Just because you see people, Black Americans that would love that movie Black Panther talking about Wakanda forever, don't mean they were talking about Africa.
Fucking Wakanda wasn't real.
It's not real.
I mean, Atlanta, they swear up and down Wakanda is somewhere in Atlanta.
But yeah, overall, I get a movie at 3.7 because of the funny moments. Would I watch it again, the whole movie? Maybe not immediately. Down the road, maybe, because there's certain scenes I thought was funny. It was okay, the movie to me. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was not even close to the first one, but it wasn't an absolute disaster, as she said. What about you?
Oh, but they did show one thing in the movie. When Leslie Jones, he didn't sleep with her willingly. She actually date raped, drugged him.
And it was supposed to be funny. It's like, that was date
wasn't
rape.
Funny.
But
could you imagine that would have been in a movie when a man had done that?
That's what I said. And they made it, and she the dark skinned woman. She had the drug.
Then she had a bather, a male bather.
Oh, and he was
that scene. What do you see that scene?
But yeah, man,
just his face.
A lot of feminist, a lot of propaganda in that movie, but the funny scenes make up for it. But anyway, that's our opinion on the movie. 3.7 for me, 3.5 for him.
Yep.
Watch it if you haven't.
I definitely tell them to watch it.
You should watch it if you haven't. But
support Eddie.
Yeah, support Eddie. All praise to the Most High, man. Peace.
Yeah.